On the 14th of August 2024, I was fortunate to meet with timber and forestry workers, union delegates and organisers from the Australian Workers' Union and the Manufacturing and Forestry Union. The joint delegation was in Parliament to brief MPs on the future of their industry. I always find these discussions with workers on the front line invaluable because they bring the practical reality of lived experience to my understanding of issues. As parliamentarians making laws, we have a responsibility to put ourselves in the shoes of those affected by our decisions. The future of the timber and forestry industry is one such contemporary example. At the meeting, I heard personal stories from workers about how their jobs in timber-related industries have impacted their lives. Sharon Musson, the New South Wales President of the Manufacturing and Forestry Union, shared that her first permanent job was in the forestry industry. At the time, Sharon couldn't drive and knew very little about the industry. The job gave Sharon independence and confidence, and she also met her husband Greg through her work. Sharon is a strong advocate for workers in her industry, and I thank her both for sharing her experience and for being such a powerful advocate for the industry. I also learned from forestry worker and senior AWU delegate Andrew Condy that the forestry industry includes workers like himself who are also trained firefighters and have fought fires statewide, and for some like Andrew, worldwide. Forestry workers like Andrew have saved countless lives and homes and deserve recognition. My view is that we need to consider jobs and livelihoods when discussing the future of the timber and forestry industry. After health and education, there is scarcely a greater human need than employment. It gives us a purpose and meaning in life, helps us integrate into society, and provides the income we need to survive and thrive. In fact, employment is intrinsically interlocked with the first two needs of health and education, because without employment, the first two can be very difficult to attain. We can and must ensure that no one is left behind due to policies such as reducing or eliminating logging. This includes forestry workers, of course, but also the countless jobs supporting the industry, like, for example, truck drivers and electricians. Our job as elected representatives is to develop solutions that achieve our policy objectives, and in this case, protect jobs. The solutions must be reached by genuinely listening to workers who want to contribute, like the ones that I met last month. The workers I met with care deeply not only about their industry, but also the environment, despite what others may assume. I heard ideas about plantations, regeneration and regrowth operations. I want to note the work of the Minns Labor government on this issue. Minister Tara Moriarty and Minister Penny Sharp recently announced that an expert panel was established to oversee consultation for a forest industry action plan. The plan will consider the future of this very important industry, bringing together industry, workers, unions, Aboriginal communities, other stakeholders and experts. Submissions to the panel close on the 13th of October. The former Liberal and National government failed to set a clear future for these workers, but Labor will. I want to commend the Australian Workers' Union and the Manufacturing and Forestry Union for engaging in the democratic process by engaging with parliamentarians. For my part, I will always back the preservation of people's jobs as a priority when we're considering changing industries. I would also like to acknowledge all the members of the delegation as follows: Joe Hutchings, Manu Rizaldi, Tegan Dragg, Steve Carter, Bronwyn Ellis, Andrew Condy, Adam Latter, Michael Stafford, Ryan Julius, Shane Dixon, Luke Seacombe, Brent Smith, Mike Hall, Russell Lawson, Rachel Hansey, Gisela Cober-Brown, Dallas Arnold, Anthony Cole, Steve Lilich, John Gunst, Wayne Wilson, Laz Glumac, Christopher Medley, Sharon Musson, Alison Rudman, Anna Din, Luke Hayden, Matthew Hamilton, James Hutton, Chris Gilby, Bev Ruha and Michael O'Leary.